The Raid Call of Arbiter is always adding new legendary champions into Raid Shadow Legends for us to use. The first one I think we saw was Gnot, and now we are seeing this amazing champion you see right here on the screen, and a second one which I'll also show you right here in this video. This first champion is called Lady of Eret. I've not seen the episode, so I don't know what role a Sylvan Watchers faction champion plays in that Bardel episode. But let me just tell you what this champion is bringing into this game, and it's unique. You even watch out for the second champion who has skill set that I've never seen in Raid. Two amazing champions. They are not available for free, but I can tell you how you can get this champion this weekend. This champion activates one random continuous heal on all allies who are below 85% HP. So she's just not just a healer. I'm hoping she also places that continuous heal though, because it's not all about activating it. So basically making them use that continuous heal before it's even their turn, right? That's good. On her A2, she removes all debuff from a target ally. So it's not a full team cleanse, but a single target ally. Then heals that ally by 40% of their max HP. The heal can be critical. Now, I've only seen this once in Raid Shadow Legends so far, and that's from our old apothecary rules. If you put crit rate on that champion, it's not for doing damage, it's actually for making sure his heal that he puts on your team can crit and get a high amount of heal than the one that is stated right here. So it will not be just a 40% heal, it might be even more than that when you have crit rate on this champion, not for damage but to boost that heal. It's not required, but it might be needed depending on the content you use her in. This is the first time I'm seeing this in a legendary champion. If the target ally is not fully healed, places block damage buff on them for 2 turns. Still a single target, yes, but still block damage if they are not fully healed is also an amazing way of keeping people alive. And it's not a 1 turn block damage, it's for an entire 2 turns, so that champion will not be taking damage. I guess most people will not want her to heal them fully. Then if so, with this her 40% heal, you probably don't want her to crit, because if she doesn't heal them fully, then that block damage for 2 turns is more important than healing a target to full HP. That's what I think. If the target is fully healed, fills their turn meter by 50%, okay, I take that back. If you want them to take their turn instantly or almost immediately, you might want to fully heal them with that crit heal. But I prefer them to be block damage for 2 turns than to be fully healed and take a turn meter fill of 50%. That's a complicated skill, but it's on a 3 turn cooldown, and you can spend books on it right here to make it able for you to use it a lot in battle. Now this seems like a very greedy skill that just targets only one person. We want a full team heal, we want a full team cleanse, and this is just targeting only one person. Maybe the most important person on your team is the one you want to target with this skill. Heal them fully, make their turn meter full, or place block damage on them for an entire 2 turns so they don't take any damage from the boss. Well, most boss these days ignore block damage, so maybe this might be something you need for PvE. We'll have to find out. On the A3, which can be booked down to a 3 turn also, places a strengthening buff and a 15% continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns. So it seems like this champion is just an ordinary strengthening continuous heal activator. She doesn't actually do a full team heal, but only through this continuous heal. But let's see if the passive will even make it better. The passive can also be booked down to happen every time. Places a shield buff equal to 50% of this champion's max HP on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns. Again, not a full team shield, not a full team heal, but still a single target shield, just like Duchess, right? But this shield is based on her own max HP, so you probably want to build this champion Lady of Eret with full HP, highest HP, so she can be able to, whenever she takes a turn, somebody in the team just gets a massive shield on them. So, and it's a 2 turn shield at the start of her own turn. I guess I thought she would be crazier than this, but hey, it's Shadow King. I mean, it's Skinwalkers faction champion. No, not Skinwalkers. What am I talking about? Sylvan Watchers faction. So she's gonna be amazing for that content. Even if what I'm reading right now is trying to restrict her to only faction war usage, I probably think the community will find ways to use this champion in other areas. For now, she's just looking like she was released for faction wars. Let me know what you think about this champion though in the comments below. Now the next champion that I'm going to show you is even crazier, in the sense that only his skills set takes an entire 2-page for me to read out. So I don't know if you want to sit for me to read everything out for this champion, but hey, I'm gonna do it for you guys if you're interested. But this champion is a void affinity champion, a legendary champion, undead, and his name is Valkanen, right? He's probably featured in the Raid Call of Arbiter episode 9. That's why he's joining the game, but I've not seen that episode before making this video, so you guys let me know how he performed in that video. So far I thought Badel will be all we saw, but we did see a clip of him in the Raid Call of Arbiter episode 8. We did see his face just does look familiar, like somebody who was looking in the mirror and being called by the mirror or something. So I guess it's him, not really Badel. I thought that was Badel, but their design looked kind of similar, but his face is not hidden. His face is looking like a human face that changed into something from the dark side. So we are not here to talk about his lore. That's for the Raid Call of Arbiter episode. We're just here to talk about why this champion's skill takes an entire 2 pages. Let me scroll right here. See, page 1, page 2. This is the first time I'm seeing a champion skill take an entire 2 pages for me to read out. So I'm not going to bore you with everything. I might cut it short for you guys, but you can pause and read it to understand fully, or you can find it in the game right now to read it, because this is just too long for us to make an entire 15-minute video about. The first thing you should know about this champion skill, let me just give a brief, is that he places Hex. He places Hex on this A2, attacks all enemies. This attack deals single target damage. This is also very strange. You're hitting everybody, but it's single target on everybody. That's this weird one. I guess it will be an advantage in some places. Then before attacking, has a 80% chance, which is a 100% chance of placing Hex. So that's an Hex. Will ignore 20% of the enemy's resistance for each dead ally. He kind of benefits when people are dead, because he's an undead odds faction champion. He benefits from people are dead. Damage of this skill is increased by 10% for each debuff on the enemy. His A1 also increases the duration of debuffs on the target by 1 turn. So we've seen that skill before, but this is not a 100% chance. It's an 80% chance to increase duration of debuffs on the enemy. It doesn't end there. It has a 100% chance of applying debuff spread when you spend books on this A1. Debuff spread, that when it hits one person, everybody else gets the debuff. It's not all the debuffs though. 2 random debuffs from the target will be spread to all other enemies on that Hex debuff. So he wants to start the battle with his A2 before he goes in and applies this A1. So anybody who doesn't have those debuffs will be able to spread it. I can already think of maybe they're bringing these champions in for the Hydra or for the new content they are launching. I don't know where this skill will be useful, but debuff spread is not that common or popular except in content like the Hydra. Against single target bosses that you're just hitting the boss is not that common. Also in PvP content is not that common also to be used, but it's useful somewhere, I'm sure. All right, on this A3, you think that's the end. The A3, target your own ally. That's the crazy part of this champion skill. He just looks at one of your own ally. Is it to heal them, revive them, increase their attack? No. He wants to kill your ally. Target an ally. If that ally is alive, he kills them. Basically a blood sacrifice. He sacrifices an ally and then unlocks a secret skill. The secret skill is down right here. It's called Malice Unleashed. And we have champions a lot in Raid who have that secret skill, and their secret skill is always crazy. So let's just, if they are alive also, it will do something else, but it will still unlock Malice Unleashed. So if they are alive, if the ally is already dead, heals this champion by 50% of the dead ally's max HP. So it's always benefiting if they are already dead. If they are alive, nothing will happen. If they are alive, they will die. If they are dead, so it's maybe beneficial to have somebody in the team who will go down for the benefit for you to get this skill unlocked. So you find people building this champion with 4, 5. If everybody on the team is dead, it does even something crazy. I don't want to read everything out, but just scroll through it and read this champion skill in the game, because right now if you're watching this video, he's actually in the game. But this is the Malice Unleashed that I wanted to actually pay attention to, because that's the secret skill that will be unlocked. Before attacking, steals all buffs from the target. This effect cannot be resisted. I think one of these skill also places through fear. Where's the true fear? Yeah. If he kills somebody in his team, he places through fear. Cannot be blocked. Cannot be resisted, cannot be blocked also. Fills his turn meter by 75% turn meter fill. Damn. Back to this Malish Unleashed. This effect cannot be resisted. That's the part that caught my attention, because no matter how many resistance you put on or all that stuff, maybe unless you have buffs that cannot be removed, that's the only condition that maybe he won't remove it. But he will steal all buffs. He doesn't just remove it, he puts it on himself. If the target has attack equal or higher than this champion's attack, this attack gains a bonus damage multiplier equal to the target. You see, that's why don't want to read it. Basically, it's going to hit extremely hard. It doesn't apply to bosses, of course. If the target attack is less than this champion's own, he will ignore 50% of the target's defense. So basically, boost this champion with high attack. So if you're going against enemies who have less attack than him, he will just ignore 50% of their defense. This attack can also ignore block damage, unkillable, shield, ally protection, places block revive debuff if the target is killed. What are they trying to build? Another Moti Mocap? Moti is already a problem in raid. Now we have another champion doing something similar. But he doesn't unlock his secret skill by you hitting him. He unlocks his secret skill by sacrificing one of his allies, and then he unlocks that secret skill. Damn, that's a long read, and I don't want to go through it, but I just wanted to give you a hint of what is coming, and this champion will be crazy for sure, that everybody will be trying to go for him. And now, Phantom Bulwark is a passive that you can book. It has an active part that places a shield buff on this champion equal to each time an ally or enemy dies. So that's all about shield. For the passive effect, a random debuff on the enemy, fear, true fear, freeze, provoke. He places all these things whenever an enemy hits this champion while they are under shield. Places a random debuff on in the attacking enemy. So it will be one of these, is not all of them. Any other debuffs are placed for 2 turns will ignore 20% of the enemy's resistance for each dead ally. Again, read it up. He has an aura, speed aura in arena battles 30. Arena, that means they really want this champion to be a PvP god. So it's more like a solution to a problem that already exists, I think, in Platinum Arena champions, because it's also void affinity. Platinum players will try to get this champion instantly. So it's in the game right now as we speak, but guess what? You cannot obtain him yet until maybe you pull your void shard. But for Lady Eret, she will be available for you to pick up this weekend. That is Friday, Saturday, through a 10x. She'll be available on a 10x Friday and Saturday. So get ready. If you're not yet beaten the Sylvan Watchers faction, you can pull your secret shard and hope it's one of Lady Eret. Now, if you do not want this champion, you just saw her skills, you saw this is just a healer for Sylvan Watchers faction, you don't want her, you want to wait until Sunday to pull your shard, because on Sunday there is no 10x. That's the best day to pull your shard if you do not want her. But hey, 10x is hard to even get the champion advertised in the 10x. Those are the 2 champions that are coming into Raid Shadow Legends, Lady Eret and Valkanen. And he's amazing. He's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for those test server access content creators to do some tests and show us actually how it works, so we can have a better understanding of all this long text that we are reading right here, because it's kind of confusing until you begin to see his damage in the game, to see his play styles. Then you begin to understand it better, how it works. But for now, all I know is this Malice Unleashed is what you want this champion in your team for, and the fact that he has this true fear for 1 turn on all enemies. This debuff cannot be resisted or blocked. It also fills 75% turn meter. So these are the 2, A3 and A4, that caught my attention, that has a condition of how to unlock it right here. Let me know what you think about this champion. If you're going for Lady Eret in the comments, let me know also. I'll be pulling my shards on Friday. I'm not waiting till Sunday. If I get her, fine. If I don't, fine. Sylvan Watchers is already full of epics, so maybe she will just help move that faction along. So welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. Let me go watch the raid episode 9 to see what Valkanen and Lady Eret brought to that episode. For now, You guys let me know what you think about this ones. Are they going to be changing the arena for the better or make it things worse? Help me hit like in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.